How many of you know anything about the buffalo? You know something about the buffalo? Huh? Oh, who told you? I did. Don't listen to me. Because you get a repeat now. The buffalo is more unique animal than you can imagine. I mean, think of it. You only think of the buffalo as a guy on the plains looking rather rough, right? Well, and he is. And a matter of fact, somebody was telling me that when they were younger, they saw a couple of buffalo behind a fence, and they decided to climb over the fence. I'd like to point out they also decided to climb back over that fence in a hurry. Before I tell you the story, let me tell you this. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. It is the evidence of things unseen. Yeah? The buffalo, whether it is a vicious snowstorm, whether it is a lightning squall that is coming at them, they do not run. They turn and they face the storm and they charge the storm. You say, why is that? Because to survive, they know that they could freeze to death out here. But if they face the storm, if they charge the storm, they're going to get through the storm faster. But the cows run away from the storm. And the problem with the cattle run from the storm is the storm then becomes the chaser and continues to chase them. They're in the storm much longer than the buffalo because the buffalo charged the storm. And I got to tell you, church, we need to start charging the storms because there is a lot out there right now. But by faith, we got to say, you know what? I am not going to bend. I am not going to bow. I am going to charge the storm. By faith. By faith. I don't know where you are today, but you may be trying to run away from your storm. In fact, you may be actually be prolonging that which what the Lord wants you to learn. If you actually face the storm, bad things happen. And sometimes bad things happen to good people. But I believe with all of my heart that God is going to meet you in the middle of the storm. I think the Bible says that he climbed into the boat with them. I like that, don't you? I like that a lot, that he got with me. And I think with all of my heart, there is someone who's going to meet you there, whatever storm that you actually have to face. He knows you're there. He's seeing you toiling. He's praying at the very moment, at just the right time. He's going to meet you in the middle of your storm. In the descent from the mountaintop experience, I want you to recognize that life often transitions from spiritual highs to very real lows. In times of unexpected challenges, trust that God is going to be there for you. He's sovereign. He is sovereign over your circumstances. You seek, the thing is, we need to seek to discern His leading and choose to rely on His wisdom. Even when you don't have a clear vision, find God's presence in the midst of despair. Just as darkness can force us to remember and focus our attention on the things that we do know. We talked about this, like I said before. If all the lights go out, you start to remember where the door is. You start to remember where even if the light switch don't work, you know where it is, don't you? And how many of you, when the lights go out, try to turn on something in your house? More than one? The lights go out, you know you have no electricity, but what you do? You go and you say, I think I'll make myself a cup of coffee. Oh. The lights go out and you go to the light switch and go, oh, yeah, lights are out. But you remember where the power used to be, didn't you? Oh, there's a sermon. Huh? You guys are hoping I won't be blessed on that one because we'd be here all day. I know where the power is. All I have to do is flick the switch. See, that's from the South. Switch has 2 syllables. Switch. When we're faced with delays or unanswered prayers, it's time to charge. It's time. God's going to deliver at the right time. In the midst of life's storm, Jesus reveals himself as sovereign God who walks on water. And he brings deliverance, not a moment or too soon or too late. He climbs into the boat. We recognize his presence. It transforms fear into peace. Jesus is not so far away that he cannot get to where we are. When confronted with challenges, we ought to actively seek the presence of Christ. Trust in his ability to bring deliverance and peace. I got to tell you, I was working on this sermon and it really blessed me. But in the midst of this, I was thinking about all the things that are happening in my family right now. And for a moment of time, I became And in the midst of this, people begin to speak to me about other things that I really did not wish to speak about. What are you going to do, Pastor? How are you going to fix it all? And I said, Lord, I'm in a mess here. And he said, well, let's be bullish about it. Be a buffalo. Lord, I don't know how much stamina I got left. He said, well, you just need enough to face the storm and start in the midst of it. I'll be right there. I'll be right there.